Hello guys, welcome back to another Scratch tutorial on how to make an online multiplayer scrolling platformer, or well known as the cloud multiplayer scrolling platformer. So let's play it. So we have a joining game. Okay, so it's basically online game, and we have the music, and we can jump around like that, and when we get a coin, there's a sound effect, and there's 5 coins, and when you touch the spinning saw, you die. Okay, and collect many coins as you can. And we have a bouncy, like the trampoline. Okay, that, and we also have costumes like this, and it's minion. Okay, so let me show you how the multiplayer works. So this is how the multiplayer works. Press the green flag on this one. Okay, and we can move around. Okay, and press the green flag on this one. Okay, double music, and you can see on the screen is the opponent. So that is very cool. It's so smooth, and the code is from the well-known scratcher griffpatch. And let me try this one, and it's so smooth, guys. So please stay tuned for how to make this. Before we start this video, I just want to make a big shout out to the genius scratcher. You can check out his profile. He said, can you make a multiplayer platformer? And that's where I got the idea, guys. So be sure to follow him. Okay, so now let's get right into the coding. So we've got the player sprite, which has the idle, the right eye, left eye, up eye, right up right, or up left. And if you're lazy to draw these, you can just go to the assets link in the description below. So this is the backdrop, which is nice mountains. The opponents, just like the player, but it's purple. Connection, which is joining game, joined game, and full. Okay, and in the platforms we have the first one, which is going to be the left side. The second one was going to be the middle, and the third one is going to be the far right. And the spinning saw is just like this. Trampoline, we have the when it's not bouncing and when it's bounced. Okay, and the coin, we have some good animation for it. Collected is simply 0, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so let's go back. So when green flag clicked, it will broadcast green flag clicked, and then when I receive green flag clicked, we'll put in a forever loop. You'll make a block named setup for this sprite only. Okay, and we'll make a bunch of variables named X for this sprite only, Y for this sprite only, speed X for this sprite only, speed Y for this sprite only. We'll also make a variable named in air for this sprite only, and we'll make in a new variable named exit for this sprite only, and I think that's it. Oh, and we'll make variables named scroll X for all sprites, scroll Y for all sprites. Okay, so simple. We'll just set everything to 0. Y to 0, speed X, speed Y, scroll X, scroll Y, in set exit, and the exit value is a blank value, and you'll put in a go to front layer. So that's good. Now let's make the platforming scripts. So repeat until the exit variable is more than 0, is more than nothing. We will make a block named tick, and then we'll put in speed. Okay, add an input, speed, add a label. We will put in friction, add an input, friction, add a label, what is going to be named? Jump height, add an input jump height, add a label, we'll name it gravity, add another input named gravity, and yes, that's it. So make sure to run without screen refresh. Okay, so I'll put it right here. So for repeat until exit is more than 0, we'll tick. Speed is 1.8, the friction is 0.8, jump height 16, and gravity -2. Make sure you get that, and we will broadcast tick. There you go. So now let's get here. So if key right arrow pressed, we'll change speed X by speed, duplicate that. If left arrow key pressed, we'll change speed X by 0 minus speed, and we'll use the costumes, switch costume to right and switch costume to left. Okay, so we'll put in a set speed X to friction times speed X, and then if abs of speed X is more than 0.9, we will make a block named X collision. We'll put in speed X, add an input speed X, add a label. We'll name this one wall jump X, wall jump X. Okay, run without screen refresh. Okay, I'll put it there. Oh, and we'll edit it one more time. I've got to put in an input named wall jump X. Okay, so I'll put it there, and in here we'll put in around speed X, wall jump X equals 16. Okay, so this one is if key up arrow pressed. Oh guys, I've got to put in the ORs. So if key right arrow pressed or key D pressed, and put in the same thing for the left arrow key, and do the same thing for the up arrow key. If key up arrow pressed or key W pressed, okay, we'll put in an if key right arrow or key D pressed, then you'll switch costume to upright, and oh, I've got to put in a switch costume to up, and if key left arrow pressed or key A pressed, put in an up left, and I've got to put in a switch costume to idle at the very beginning. Okay, so now we'll put in an if in air is less than 4, then we will set speed Y to 16. Okay, so now we'll put in an if speed Y is more than speed Y more than -22. We will put in a change speed Y by gravity. Okay. Oh, and instead of speed Y to 16, we'll put in the jump height value. Okay. So now we'll make a block named Y collision. Y collision, and we'll put in a speed Y, add an input speed Y. Once that screen fresh. Okay, and speed Y equals speed Y. Put it there. And yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's go here first. So define X collision, will change X by speed X, and we'll make another block named position. Run that screen fresh. Okay, and position is going to be right here. Okay, so we'll go to X in the position value, go to X, X minus scroll X, Y minus scroll Y. Okay, so change X by speed X, and we'll put in the position block. If touching platforms, we will repeat 12. We will change Y by 1. If not touching platforms, then we will stop this script. And below the change Y by 1, we'll put in a position block again. And right below here, we'll put in a change Y by -12. Okay, we'll put in an if else. Key up arrow or W key pressed. Then we will put in an if else. Speed X, remember it must be from the defined X collision, not the variable one. Sometimes we make mistakes like that. If speed X is more than 0, then we'll set speed X to 0 minus wall jump x. Then else we'll duplicate that and set speed x to wall jump x. And lastly, we'll set in air to 1. Okay, 1. And the other else we'll put in a set speed x to 0. Okay, so now let's put in a repeat until block. Not touching platforms. I'll put in an if else speed x is more than 0. Then we will change x by -1, else we'll change x by 1, and then below that we'll put in a position block right beneath the if else. Okay, so that's done for this x collision. Now we'll duplicate the whole x collisions, put it right here. Okay, so what we need to do is remove the if touching platforms, remove the whole script here, and you get it. So we'll change y by speed y, not speed x. Sometimes you make mistakes. And we'll position it. Then we'll put in a change in air by 1. Repeat until not touching platforms. If speed y is more than 0, then we'll change y by -1, else we'll change y by 1, and we'll set in air to 0 and position, and lastly don't forget to put in a set speed y to 0 like that. Okay, so before we start this, let's go to the platform script. Okay, right here, platforms. So in the platforms we showed it. So when I receive green flag clicks, we will we'll put in make a new block named create clone at x x x y y y. Okay, so there you go. Run that screen refresh, click OK, and we'll put it there. We'll put it to, and we'll make a new variable named x for this sprite only, y for this sprite only. Okay, and so now we'll set both of them to 0, and yeah, that's good. So we'll set the x to -480, y 0, make sure you do that, and create clone at. Okay, so we'll put in a 480 y0, 480 y0. Simple as that. And okay, so we'll create clone at, define create clone. We'll change x and change y by x and y, and we'll put in a next costume block, and we'll put in a create clone of myself right there, and don't forget to put in a switch costume to 1 right there, and I'll put in a when I receive tick. We'll make a new block named position at x x y y. Run top screen refresh. So we'll put it there and here. So position at x, x, take away scroll x, and then we'll put in a y minus scroll y. So define position, we will put in equal to x, x, y, and an if else. Okay. Wait a minute. So x and y equals x position and y equals y position. We will simply show it, else we'll hide it. Hope that works. So, and don't forget to go into the player script, and we'll make a new script here. We'll put in a set scroll x to x. You'll change scroll y by this and this. So y minus scroll y divided by like 8, and you'll put in around here. Okay, and we'll put in an if scroll x is less than 0. Oh no, less than negative 480. We will set scroll x to negative 480, and we'll put in and duplicate that. If scroll x is more than 480, we'll set scroll x to 480, and we'll put it there. And then if scroll y is less than 0, we'll set scroll y to 0. Maybe, did you get that? I hope you did. So, that was so fast. Let's test it. There we go, fellows. We have this movement, and I'll check this. Okay, and yes, all collisions work very good. And okay, so thank you guys for watching.